drawing didn't have to stop at the pencil line. Embroidery is an ancient art form, but today it's being reimagined in exciting, creative ways. Perfect for introducing embroidery techniques, in this project, you'll adorn a monochrome graphite drawing with pops of color and imaginative embellishments. Embroidered elements can be as simple or elaborate as needed to match the artist's skill level and achieve the intended effect. Cut a piece of muslin into a square, leaving a border about 1 inch larger than the embroidery hoop. Print a portrait image approximately 5 to 7 inches, depending on placement of desired embroidered embellishments and the size of your embroidery hoop. Tape the portrait to a piece of chipboard or to the table. It can be helpful to trace main features with a Sharpie before securing the muslin over the portrait. Center the embroidery hoop on the muslin, moving both over the image to find a position that leaves enough space for your planned embellishments. Make faint registration marks at 4 points around the outside of the embroidery hoop. Stretch the muslin by taping all 4 corners to the table or the paper. Remove the hoop and trace the image. Add imagined elements to the sketched portrait. Remove the tape from the muslin. Using the registration marks as a guide, stretch the fabric onto an embroidery hoop. Apply a light coat of chromacryl textile medium over the drawing. This will keep the drawing from smudging while working. It also seals in the graphite, allowing the piece to be washable, meaning the final work can be displayed on the wall or used as a patch on clothing. Choose an embroidery floss color to begin stitching. No matter how much area needs to be covered, cut only a length as long as from the tip of your fingers to your shoulder. This will keep the thread from tangling when working. Embroidery floss is made up of 6 individual strands. It can be worked as is for bold lines, or the strands can be separated to make thinner, finer stitches. To help thread the needle, wax the end. Hold the wax in your non-dominant hand with your thumb holding the last inch or 2 of the thread against the bar of wax. Hold the thread firmly and pull quickly. Repeat a couple of times as needed. The tip of the thread will become stiff and strands and flyaways will be held together by the wax, making threading the needle easy. Now stitch! Use simple stitches, like a running stitch, to create a broken line. Take the needle up and down at even intervals on both sides. Backstitching produces a simple, straight line of thin stitches and is perfect for outlining. Bring the needle up a stitch length in front of where you want to begin. Then go down where you want the line to begin. Repeat the process, going up through the fabric a stitch length ahead, then back and down. A split stitch is basically the reverse side of a back stitch. It makes solid lines and is good for curved areas. Make a single stitch going up and back down. Come up in the middle of the stitch, splitting the embroidery thread, and repeat. French knots make small raised dots. Bring the needle up through the fabric, wrap the thread around the tip of the needle. Keep it taut and go down next to where you came up. Chain stitches can be used for bold, loopy lines or modified to make flowers. Bring the needle up and go down near that, leaving a loop on the surface. Bring the needle up on the inside of the loop. To make a chain, pull it a little bit taut, and then go down also on the inside of the loop. Leave a loop on the surface and continue. To make a flower petal, come up inside the loop and then back down outside the loop. And repeat. When all embellishments are done, complete the piece by adding a piece of backing fabric. Attach the two pieces in the embroidery hoop. Use a ruler to mark where the frame should be positioned. Follow the markings for the frame using a running stitch, back stitch, or split stitch. Once the frame is complete, remove the piece from the embroidery hoop and cut away excess fabric. If the piece needs extra support, a thin piece of balsa wood can be attached at the top with a couple of stitches, and a piece of embroidery floss can be added as a hanger. Follow the link to find the full lesson plan PDF, along with a step-by-step stitch guide, a list of materials, and national standards.